Have you ever wondered whether the ageless faces in Hollywood are the result of magic or a harsh trade-off? Hollywood not only creates dreams, but also sculpts perfection with plastic surgery and injections. But what happens when a change in appearance becomes an irreversible sentence? Before we dive into 18 shocking stories, take the survey. Comment number 1 if you're surprised by these changes. Comment number 0 if you're still loyal to natural beauty. Remember to like and subscribe to the channel to uncover the secrets behind Hollywood's glamour. The truth awaits you. Lisa Rinna's journey is like a dramatic film script, where the line between icon and mistake is as thin as a hair. Once a radiant star on Days of Our Lives, she made a controversial move in her 20s by having a permanent substance injected into her lips. Over the course of 25 years, the hardening of the material distorted her appearance, eventually requiring medical intervention in 2024. Yet, observers are beginning to speculate boldly. Did Lisa Rinna intentionally maintain this difference as a media ploy to sustain her appeal in an industry that is quick to forget? Her story raises fascinating questions about the intersection of personal choice, public perception, and the lengths one might go to remain relevant in a world that constantly demands reinvention. Some behind-the-scenes sources suggest that her public admission of the fillers disappearing isn't necessarily an act of remorse, but rather a calculated move in her personal branding strategy. Even more extreme opinions propose that she was a voluntary guinea pig for early beauty technologies, accepting risks in exchange for constant attention. Confidence doesn't come from fixing flaws, but from mastering one's mistakes to create unique value. So, is Lisa Rinna a victim of rigid standards, or is she the masterful director who has transformed regret into a thriving business empire? Her journey challenges us to rethink the dynamics of fame, beauty, and the power of turning perceived flaws into a powerful brand. If Hollywood has a living warning about the extreme pursuit of youth, it's Joan Van Ark. The powerful star of the Dallas series once captivated millions with her sharp wit and radiant beauty. But as the 90s drew to a close, she seemed to fall into an inescapable cycle of cosmetic surgery. Public opinion was shocked when Joan appeared with stiff skin and deep-set eyes at celebratory events. Experts believed that the combination of chemical peels and invasive procedures had ravaged her natural structure, turning what was once a glowing symbol of timeless beauty into a cautionary tale. But let's consider it from a different perspective. Was Joan Van Ark not haunted by her youth, but rather trying to transform herself into a perfect character in her mind? An entity that transcends the human world? A controversial theory suggests that the pressure from her past roles created a psychological syndrome that prevented her from accepting her true image in the mirror, leading her to view her body as an unfinished sculpture. Her silence from the media only deepens the mystery surrounding her inner pain. When we attempt to erase all traces of time, we also inadvertently erase our own identity and soul. Did Joan Van Ark lose herself in the race against time, or was she living in an aesthetic world that ordinary people cannot yet understand? Her journey raises a profound question about the cost of perfection and the true nature of self-acceptance in the face of fame. Linda Evangelista, a name that once defined what a supermodel is, with over 700 magazine covers, faced a tragedy that no photo editing technology could conceal. In 2015, a beauty procedure advertised as safe turned her life into a nightmare. PAH, perforated hyperplasia, transformed her angelic features into rigid masses of tissue, leaving her unrecognizable. Linda withdrew from the public eye, living in seclusion before filing a lawsuit in 2021. However, within the high fashion world, another theory continues to circulate. Was this simply a medical accident, or the result of a series of secret beauty experiments that A-list stars often participate in to maintain their immortal status on the catwalk? This theory raises unsettling questions about the lengths to which the industry will go to preserve a certain image of perfection, and the hidden risks stars are willing to take in their pursuit of eternal youth and beauty. Some theories suggest that Linda's disfigurement is merely the tip of the iceberg, exposing the hidden risks posed by powerful cosmetic surgery corporations. Her decision to speak out in 2024 was not only a quest for justice, but also seen as a breakthrough of the elite's oath of silence. In a world that often values appearance over authenticity, Linda's bravery to face adversity and use her voice to protect others serves as a reminder that a person's worth lies not in a perfect facade, but in their ability to confront the harsh truths of the world. Is Linda a survivor of a medical malpractice accident, or is she a hero exposing the ugly truths behind the artificial glamour of the beauty industry? Her story challenges us to reconsider the true cost of beauty and the consequences of chasing perfection at any price. Michaela Romanini, once dubbed the Paris Hilton of Italy, stood out with her captivating beauty. However, after undergoing cosmetic procedures in the late 90s, her appearance dramatically changed, leading to a transformation that many found bizarre. Mela now shares images of her younger self as a way to hold on to the past. There's a theory suggesting that she doesn't regret her appearance, but is creating a body revolution to separate herself from the crowd. However, some doubt this is due to dissatisfaction with herself. True perfection isn't about change, it's about finding peace with the reflection in the mirror. Is Mela Romanini trying to find her old self, or is she attempting to create a new identity? Which side are you on? Comment 2 if you feel sorrow for her decline, or 5 if you think she's just building a new self, regardless of judgment. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to uncover the next masks to be revealed. Katie Price, also known by her stage name Jordan, is a clear example of how fame and cosmetic surgery can create an addictive cycle. From a renowned supermodel, she transformed her body into a constantly evolving construction site, always seeking to refine or alter her appearance. In 2017, a serious incident during a facial procedure prompted Katie to issue a warning about the potential dangers of cosmetic enhancements. However, despite this cautionary advice, she continued to undergo further procedures, defying the disapproval of many reputable doctors. Her story is a testament to the powerful pull of perfection in the world of fame, and the complexities of navigating self-image when the pursuit of beauty becomes a never-ending journey. This raises a major hypothesis. Is Katie Price's transformation of her appearance a way to maintain her media presence as her former glory fades? Some argue that she has turned cosmetic surgery complications into a kind of toxic media energy to attract attention. The contradiction between her words and actions leaves audiences questioning the true motives behind her choices. When a person doesn't know where to draw the line, they are no longer in control of beauty technology. Instead, beauty technology is in control of their lives. Is Katie Price a victim of self-obsession, or is she a warrior pushing the boundaries of the human body to maintain her status? Her journey challenges us to think about the cost of fame and the complexities of living in a world where appearance can sometimes become the ultimate currency. As a member of the legendary Jackson family, LaToya carries not only the spotlight, but also the invisible pressure surrounding her appearance. Her journey has been marked by a surprising transformation, from a gentle beauty to a face defined by extensive cosmetic procedures. Changes to her nose, cheekbones, and lips have led many to view LaToya as a controversial lookalike of her brother, Michael Jackson. This resemblance is often seen as no accident. One theory suggests that there may be a psychological gene code in the Jackson family, driving them to constantly feel insecure about their natural appearance. This theory raises intriguing questions about the complex dynamics of identity, fame, and the pressures to conform to societal standards within such a famous family. LaToya Jackson's silence about the extent of her cosmetic surgery only fuels public suspicion of a collective obsession behind the doors of opulent mansions. Some suggest that she didn't undergo surgery to enhance her beauty, but rather to fit into a family's established standard where naturalness is seen as a flaw to be eliminated. Fame can bring power, but it can also become a glass cage, trapping individuals within harsh standards that distort their appearance. Is LaToya Jackson's current look a statement of personal freedom, or merely the scars left by a fierce struggle to escape the shadow of her family and public expectations? Her transformation raises critical questions about identity, self-worth, and the cost of living under the microscope of fame. Following the sudden death of her brother Gianni in 1997, Donatella Versace not only inherited a fashion empire, but also carried the immense pressure of becoming an enduring icon in her own right. From the 2000s onward, her appearance underwent dramatic transformations, pushing the boundaries of conventional aesthetics. Interventions such as facelifts, eyelid surgery, and the use of fillers gave her skin an unusual sheen, while her lips and cheekbones became sharply defined. Many believe that these changes were driven by a desire to maintain a powerful image, ensuring she would not be overshadowed by the legacy of her brother Gianni's monumental influence on the fashion world. This journey of transformation raises intriguing questions about the relationship between personal identity, legacy, and the relentless pursuit of perfection in a world defined by appearance. However, a deeper hypothesis emerges. Is Donatella using her face as a showpiece for the boldness and rebellion of the Versace brand itself? Some argue that she views the transformations on her face as a form of installation art, where naturalness is discarded to make way for a highly symbolic entity. Her confidence in the face of criticism further reinforces the idea that she is not a victim, but a willing director of this change. True power lies not in maintaining a perfect appearance according to popular standards, but in the courage to be different, even when that difference sparks endless debate. Donatella's transformation can thus be seen as an act of creative defiance, a visual embodiment of the fearless innovation that has always defined the Versace legacy. Caitlyn Jenner's journey is not simply a story of cosmetic surgery, but a complete overhaul to align soul and body. From being a legendary Olympic athlete, she made a courageous leap in 2015 to rediscover her true self. The 10-hour major surgery to feminize her face became a media sensation. While she received much support, there was also considerable criticism regarding the unnatural stiffness around her eyes and forehead. Observers questioned, is her obsession with achieving perfect femininity leading Caitlyn into a new trap? Her transformation raises complex questions about the cost of striving for an idealized version of oneself, and whether the pursuit of perfection, no matter how deeply personal, can sometimes lead to unexpected consequences. One theory suggests that, having lived more than half of her life in another body, Caitlyn is trying to make up for lost time by using the most advanced cosmetic technologies to achieve a younger appearance than her actual age. Her openness and lack of regret are seen as a powerful message, but they also raise important questions. Are we becoming too reliant on medicine to define our own gender? While self-acceptance is key to happiness, external procedures only truly matter when they serve to align with inner harmony. Is cosmetic surgery a bridge back to Caitlyn's true self, Or is it an endless pursuit of an ideal image that society has predetermined for women? This question challenges us to think about the balance between self-expression, societal pressures, and the deeper quest for personal authenticity. Lil' Kim, a hip-hop icon, has astonished the world with her almost unrecognizable transformation. From a girl with a distinctive look, she has evolved into a completely different image with drastically altered features. Multiple nose surgeries and changes to her facial structure have sparked intense backlash. She has openly admitted to feeling insecure about her appearance due to pressure from the media. However, a haunting theory suggests that Lil' Kim is a victim of a distorted value system, where women of color are pressured to alter their natural features to conform to Western beauty standards. Many experts believe she may be suffering from body image disorder, with each surgery acting as a temporary painkiller for deeper psychological trauma. This theory raises difficult questions about societal expectations, personal identity, and the cost of trying to fit into an image dictated by others. Nevertheless, her unwavering style and musical career have helped her maintain her position, creating a strange contradiction between her brilliant career and her controversial appearance. When we try to change ourselves to fit into society's mold, we risk losing our unique identity, the very source of all creative power. Is Lil' Kim a pioneer freely experimenting with her body, or is she a warning bell about the harshness of beauty standards imposed on women in the entertainment industry? Is Lil' Kim's transformation a declaration of freedom, or a tragedy of pressure? Share your perspective in the comments below. Don't forget to click button link, like and subscribe to the channel. Join us now as we unravel the next shocking case files. Melanie Griffith was once the epitome of radiant and vibrant beauty in Hollywood, an icon seemingly untouchable by time. But her desire to maintain her immortal status in the public eye led her into a risky experiment with invasive procedures starting in the late 1990s. Over the decades, filler injections and extensive facelift surgeries gradually transformed a once expressive face into one that was static and unfamiliar. In fact, in 2017, Melanie herself admitted her astonishment upon seeing her reflection in the mirror, a truth she only truly realized when public opinion began to speak out. Her transformation became a poignant reminder of the complexities of beauty and the consequences of trying to preserve youth in an industry that often worships it. However, observers have put forward a more profound hypothesis. Could Melanie be a victim of a system of psychological manipulation in the entertainment industry, where women are conditioned to believe their value is directly proportional to the firmness of their skin? Another theory suggests that her overuse of cosmetic procedures could be a psychological response to personal events, an attempt to correct her life by altering her appearance. What she received in return, however, was not the restoration of youth, but a sentence of artificiality that no technology can reverse. The pursuit of stereotypical perfection, in this case, can erase a star's soul faster than any natural aging process, leaving behind a hollow version of what was once an iconic, authentic self. The Danish actress, with her impressive height and striking beauty, was once the muse of classic action films. But upon reaching 40, Brigitte Nielsen chose a path few dared to take, publicly revealing her entire body reconstruction process through a reality TV show called From Old to New. Viewers witnessed a series of procedures, from liposuction to facelifts, that completely transformed her appearance at the age of 44. Although Brigitte has consistently maintained that she is satisfied with her current results at 61, critics have raised serious questions about the long-term effects of such dramatic transformations and whether the pursuit of beauty has come at a deeper personal cost. Her journey challenges the notion of self-empowerment versus the pressure to conform to an ever-changing ideal of perfection. There's a theory that turning her plastic surgery journey into an entertainment show was a bold business move to maintain her fame as her acting career faded. Was this personal freedom or a compromise with the television industry, which thrives on shocking content? Many believe that behind Brigitte's confident exterior lies a desperate attempt to cling to the last vestiges of her former glory, even at the cost of losing the distinctive features that once made her famous. When the body becomes a media project, the line between beautification and identity erasure becomes incredibly thin. Her transformation blurs the boundaries between self-expression and the industry's demand for sensationalism, raising questions about the true cost of chasing fame and relevance in a world that constantly seeks novelty and spectacle. Suzanne Somers is not only a television star, but also a guru of natural living and nutritional supplements. The contrast between her image as a pioneer in pure healthcare and the visible scars of harsh cosmetic surgery on her face has sparked a major debate. The public once believed Suzanne's beauty was the result of natural biological methods, until unusual changes in her jawline and forehead revealed a different truth. The overuse of fillers had left her face stiff, lacking the inherent elegance that once defined her appearance. This shift raises questions about the balance between advocating for natural health and succumbing to the pressures of maintaining youthful beauty through artificial means. A curious hypothesis has emerged. Was Suzanne Somers attempting to create a golden formula, blending herbs and surgery, to achieve a superhuman state of appearance? Some argue that she became a victim of her own theories on youth, forcing herself to embody the perfect, living example, even when her body began to protest. Her fierce defense of cosmetic procedures may mask a deeper inner conflict, an attempt to reconcile her beliefs in natural health with the pressures of maintaining an idealized version of herself. True health, after all, stems from a harmony between nature and will, not from interventions that defy the biological flow. Was Suzanne Somers an inspiration for self-acceptance? Or was she proof that even the most health-savvy individuals can be overwhelmed by the fear of aging? Her journey challenges the notion of perfection, questioning whether we can truly embrace our natural selves while striving to meet the impossible standards of eternal youth. Goldie Hawn was once an icon of grace and humor, a muse with an unmistakable radiant beauty. However, after her appearance at the 2014 Oscars, the public began to notice strange changes in her facial architecture. Experts observed a noticeable shift in her jawline and eye area, creating an expression of eternal surprise. In reality, the overuse of fillers had caused her face to become puffy and lose its natural flexibility. However, a thought-provoking hypothesis has emerged. Is Goldie Hawn deliberately maintaining a happy face at all costs? Some suggest that she may have embraced this expression as a way to align her outward appearance with her enduring public persona of warmth and positivity. This raises intriguing questions about the pressure to maintain an image of eternal joy and whether the pursuit of such an expression comes at the cost of authenticity. In her world, aging might be seen as a systemic failure that needs to be masked by biological barriers. Another theory suggests she was a victim of outdated eyelid surgery, which inadvertently erased her naturally warm gaze. While she has always insisted that women should be confident in their changing bodies, her stiff smile tells a different story, a struggle for youth. True confidence doesn't lie in trying to maintain a wrinkle-free face, but in accepting that every expression is evidence of a vibrant life, well lived. Is Goldie Hawn truly comfortable with herself, or is she trapped in the cheerful mask she has created for the world? This question challenges us to rethink how we perceive aging, beauty, and authenticity in an industry that often demands both perfection and permanence. Dolly Parton is not only a music legend, but also a brilliant architect of her own body. Since the 1980s, she has openly used cosmetic surgery as a tool to maintain her public image. Dolly has undergone a series of major overhauls, from eyebrow lifts and rhinoplasty to a facelift by the age of 60. She has transformed herself into an ageless entity with an almost artificial appearance. But let's look deeper. Is this an obsession, or is it an extremely clever personal branding strategy? Dolly has always embraced the idea of controlling her image, turning her physical transformation into part of her larger-than-life persona. Her approach raises the question of whether beauty and age-defying transformations are simply about personal choice, or if they serve as calculated moves in a world where public perception and branding are key to enduring fame. One theory suggests that Dolly Parton chose to transform herself into a doll, to completely separate her real self from her artistic persona, helping her protect her soul from constant scrutiny. She acknowledged the pain and regret, but transformed those feelings into witty jokes, deflecting the criticism with humor. Some argue that she was a pioneer in normalizing cosmetic surgery, viewing it as the ultimate freedom for women to shape their own image. When artificiality is elevated to an art form and honesty is achieved through self-expression, it becomes a symbol of strength and self-reliance. Was Dolly Parton a victim of perfectionism, or did she redefine the concept of perfection in her own way? Her journey forces us to rethink the relationship between personal identity, public image, and the evolving standards of beauty. Janice Dickinson, the world's first supermodel, once possessed a beauty that captivated every runway. However, her pursuit of beauty led to an unexpected outcome: bankruptcy, both in appearance and finances. Starting at age 30, Janice became deeply involved in Botox, cheek implants, and facelifts. By 2013, she declared bankruptcy due to the overwhelming debt from her surgical bills, a harsh reality that reflected the high cost of her transformations. Investigators have hypothesized that Janice could be suffering from a cosmetic surgery addiction, using surgeries as a way to fill the emotional void left by the fading glamour of the catwalk. This theory raises important questions about the psychological toll that the pursuit of perfection can have on individuals, and whether the desire to preserve youth can sometimes be a mask for deeper, unresolved struggles. Another wave of public opinion suggests that Janice Dickinson was a victim of unethical doctors who profited from the fear of aging of a beauty icon. Her appearance on the show Botched to Rectify Past Mistakes illustrates a painful journey to reclaim what was lost. The price of perfection is not only measured by the scars on her skin, but also by the stability of her life and career. Is Janice Dickinson a cautionary tale about vanity, or is she proof of a resilient spirit, daring to face setbacks and start anew? Her story raises profound questions about the cost of beauty, the role of professionals in shaping our perceptions, and the strength it takes to rebuild after life-altering decisions. Kenny Rogers, the deep, resonant voice of country music, left a lasting impression, not only for his music, but also for his shocking transformation in appearance in the late 1990s. Under the pressure of aging in front of the camera, he underwent a facelift and eyelid surgery, which left his eyes appearing constantly tense and slanted. In fact, he himself admitted regret for losing his natural masculinity. However, there's an unverified theory. Was Kenny perhaps persuaded by promises of a youthful appearance to match his partner? This theory raises the question of whether external pressures, including those from relationships, played a role in his decision to undergo surgery. adding a layer of complexity to the idea of cosmetic changes driven by personal insecurities or societal expectations. Some close sources suggest that Kenny Rogers placed too much trust in a renowned but inexperienced doctor specializing in preserving masculine features. His journey serves as a reminder of the fragility of reputation and the misguided decisions made when confronted by the inevitability of time. Sometimes, the marks of time on a man's face are what create an irresistible charm and trustworthiness, qualities that no surgery can replicate. Did Kenny Rogers lose his masculinity because of a medical mishap, or because he forgot that audiences loved him for his soul, not for a flawless face? His story highlights the tension between personal insecurities, external pressures, and the timeless connection between an artist and their audience, which often transcends superficial appearances. Mickey Rourke is a unique case, where plastic surgery, initially intended for reconstruction, ultimately led to an irreversible transformation. Injuries from his boxing career had ravaged Rourke's handsome face, and after 5 botched nose surgeries and cheekbone reconstructions, his appearance became strangely swollen and shiny. However, consider this hypothesis. Did Rourke intentionally choose this grotesque look to completely break away from his youthful, handsome image as a way to assert his acting talent? Perhaps in his desire to shed the constraints of his former heartthrob persona, Rourke used his physical transformation as a statement of his commitment to serious, character-driven roles, rejecting the superficial appeal that might have confined him to a certain type of fame. This theory suggests that Rourke's transformation was a deliberate act of reinvention, allowing him to redefine his career on his own terms. His role in The Wrestler is proof that the artist's soul still shines brightly behind a ravaged body. Some say his current face is a sculpture that captures all the pain and blows of life. True talent is an energy that cannot be masked, even when the outer shell is completely disfigured. Is Mickey Rourke a victim of botched surgeries, or did he choose a new appearance to fully embrace the dark corners of his soul? This question delves deeper into the idea of self-expression through physical transformation, suggesting that Rourke's altered look could be more than just a result of medical mishaps. It might be his way of embodying the raw, unfiltered truth of his experiences, no longer conforming to the Hollywood ideal of beauty, but rather embracing the scars of a life lived boldly. Amanda Lepore is more than just a name. She is a living biological sculpture in the heart of bustling New York. Her journey began with intense desires in her youth, where she chose to defy the laws of nature in order to redefine the concepts of body and gender. Through the artistic lenses of masterful photographers, Amanda emerges as a surreal entity, a living doll stepping out of humanity's most fantastical dreams. To achieve her vision of absolute femininity, she underwent a series of interventions, ranging from hormone therapy to major surgeries on her nose, breasts, and buttocks. Most notably, there is a theory that she accepted the removal of ribs to achieve her extraordinarily slender waist, a body structure that seems to defy all biological limits. Amanda's transformation challenges the boundaries of what is possible, raising questions about the limits of physical reinvention and the extent to which one can reshape their body to manifest a deeply personal ideal of self-expression. Observers are asking a big question. Is Amanda Lepore the ultimate symbol of body empowerment, or is she proof of an unending obsession with perfection? Some argue that she has transformed herself into an eternal icon to stand outside the cycle of aging, sacrificing naturalness for a unique and unmistakable identity. Personal freedom is priceless, but when we use our bodies to create an artistic manifesto, we must also be prepared to face fierce debates about human limits. Has Amanda Lepore truly found her own paradise in her doll-like form? Or is she trapped in an architecture of beauty from which she cannot escape? Her transformation prompts a deeper reflection on the price of self-expression, and whether the pursuit of an idealized identity ultimately leads to freedom or entrapment within societal expectations and personal reinvention. Hollywood is not just what you see on the red carpet. It also has dark stories hidden behind the glamour. Do you have the courage to confront the truth hidden behind the mask? We will continue to delve deeper and explore previously unrevealed secrets. Leave your comments below the video, sharing your perspective on the secrets Hollywood hides. If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next parts. We're always looking forward to your feedback and promise to bring you even more fascinating stories.